50,000 men gone in a single heartbeat. Imagine the entire population of a modern city. Every one of them a trained killer, clad in heavy bronze armor, marching into the desert and simply ceasing to exist. This isn't a myth from Atlantis. This is the cold, hard reality of 525 BC. The Lost Army of Cambyses is history's greatest disappearing act. They were the elite fighting force of the Persian Empire, the superpower of the ancient world. They walked into the Egyptian Western Desert, a vast ocean of silica and heat, on a mission of vengeance. They did not lose a battle. They were not captured. They were swallowed whole. For 2,500 years, historians have asked the same haunting question: how does an army of 50,000 soldiers vanish without leaving a single trace? To understand the disaster, you have to meet the villain. Cambyses II, the Mad King of Persia, had just conquered Egypt. But the priests of the Siwa Oasis refused to bow to him. In a fit of lethal arrogance, he didn't just send a squad. He sent a legion, 50,000 men detached from the main host at Thebes. Their orders were simple: march to Siwa, enslave the people, and burn the Oracle of Amun to the ground. They marched for 7 days, reaching the Oasis of El Karga. This was the island of the Blessed, the last stop before the true void. When they left Karga, they stepped off the map. They entered the Great Sand Sea, a nightmare landscape the size of Ireland, where the dunes shift like slow-motion waves, and the heat can boil the brain inside a bronze helmet. Midway between the oasis and their target, the trap snapped shut. The locals call it the Khamsin, the red wind. It is not just a storm, it is a wall of superheated sand moving at hurricane speeds. It hit them at midday. The sky turned from blue to a bruised, apocalyptic purple. The air pressure dropped until their ears popped. Then the sun went out. Millions of tons of sand were lifted into the air, turning high noon into absolute midnight. Panic broke the discipline. Soldiers scrambled for cover, but there is no cover in the open desert. The winds screamed, flaying their skin. They huddled together, shielding their faces, but the dunes were moving. The sand piled up over their legs, then their chests, burying them upright in a suffocating, gritty tomb. For centuries, the world thought this was a fable. Herodotus was called a liar. Explorers searched the trade routes and found nothing, but the desert keeps its secrets well. It wasn't until the late 20th century that the narrative shifted. Italian archaeologists, the Castiglione brothers, realized everyone had been looking in the wrong place. The army hadn't taken the trade route, they had taken a shortcut to surprise the enemy. The brothers took Land Rovers into the deep desert, searching for natural wind traps, massive rock formations that catch debris. And there, under a rock shelter, they found the smoking gun. The artifacts found were Persian. The bones were human. They were the vanguard of the Lost Army, huddled against a rock face as the world ended around them. But this was just a fraction of the force. The bulk of the 50,000 men likely lie miles away, buried under 300 feet of silica, beyond the reach of satellites. They are still there, frozen in time, standing in formation in the dark, their bronze armor preserving their skeletons, waiting for a command that will never come. The story of the Lost Army is a terrifying reminder that nature is the ultimate conqueror. Cambyses thought he was a god, but the wind proved him wrong.
Stay buried. Subscribe to the Hidden Archives for weekly unforgettable historical education you won't find anywhere